Batter up, hear that call. The time has come for one and all to play ball.
I'm Toni Smith. I'm 96 years old, and I tried out for the All-American Girls Professional Baseball. I played softball ever since I was in grade school, I guess. When we moved from Garden Prairie to St. Charles, softball was what they had. That was the thing coming up. So I went into that. Our church sponsored it, St. Charles Barmail. They had the uniforms, they had the coaches and the manager, and it lasted 1 year. And then we went on to other teams, various other teams in the county and in St. Charles. And I just traveled the county all the time. My coaches heard about it, and they trained us in St. Charles in the Moose Building every day, Sundays included, 5 hours a day, so that we could be in pretty good shape when we got down there. So there were 3 from St. Charles that went down to Pascagoula, Moss Point, Mississippi, which is now in the Gulf of Mexico. And one of them was a pitcher, one was a left-handed first baseman, and I was the catcher. The only one that really stayed was the pitcher, Mary Moratti. And she's in the Hall of Fame in New York now. Then we had to go to an army barracks. That's where we lived. We would get up in the morning and have breakfast. Then we would do calisthenics for an hour. Then we would play ball till noon. Then we would have lunch, do calisthenics again for another hour, play ball till 5 o'clock, go home, take a shower, get dressed up to go to that dinner, and then to the baseball school at night. 3 hours every night. They would tell you which hand to eat with and all that good stuff. I used either one. So that was one thing. Then the book on your head, and I mean your head had your shoulders back and straight. When you were walking, hold your arms straight and let them sling a little. That was a mess. I signed for $75 a week, and I got paid $50. And I got paid that $50 for 3 weeks, and I finally got around the secretary to get to the manager, Mr. Carey. And I told him, I said, I can go back to St. Charles and sling shoes back in Missouri and make a lot more than what I'm making here. I said, what's the deal? He says, well, some of the better ones, the better players, we have to give that money to them and then keep them going from one team to another. So we have good teams and draw good crowds. And I thought, well, you don't need me. He says, well, your ticket to St. Louis will be done in the morning. And when they did that, I said, well, I'm going home. It was on a Sunday night, and they asked me if I would consider going into the St. Charles County Hall of Fame, and I was so shocked. I dropped the phone first, and I picked it up, and I said, are you still there? And he said, yes. I said, well, I am so shocked. I said, yes, I would. And I was inducted into the St. Charles County Hall of Fame, the first woman inductee, in 1987. To me, it was very important. I'm Toni Smith. That's my story, and this is my county.